So over these last few weeks that me and Deborah has been speaking about being very emotional and emotions being at the surface. So what is actually happening? What's happening on the planet? What's happening in our bodies? What is the bigger picture from your perspective, from the expanded perspective?
It's definitely an opening. It's an opening of hearts. It's an opening that's happening everywhere. It's a vulnerability. It's a power thing. It's more and more is coming. More is available. It's and experiencing more. I'm forgetting the analogy of the idea of coming out of a cave and the light's getting brighter and brighter, and of course it does cause discomfort on your eyes. It's you want to squint and you squint and then you open and you squint and you open, and it hurts. It's not comfortable, but just as you get used to the brighter light, the brighter light, the brighter light, which is what we're always seeking, there's just that sort of opening and closing, and as you can take more and more discomfort involved.
So opening up more space to allow more light through the physical vessel, through all our bodies.
The magic, everything that's available. The love,
So are we just moving? Is it just moving through the stuff we haven't felt?
There's also, when I look to the other side, that's a fairly good analogy of what's going on, but there's also a releasing, there's also a reaching, there's a deepening, there's a definitely a letting go, an opening. And I'm thinking of like the hands opening and letting go of things and allowing more, and so it's on many levels.
Would it be fair to say that we're letting go everything we're not so that we can be everything we are?
And the other way around.
Letting
go of everything we are so we can be everything we're not.
Yes. As above, so below.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what recommendations do you have? What's the best way that we can navigate these?
I think I'm thinking you're doing the right thing. I'm thinking it's about going with it when things line up, when it's the time, of course, go with it. I'm thinking it's doing what feels better, what feels good, doing actively seeking out others, actively seeking out what that shines for you, the diamonds that you can see, the sparkles, and reaching for those, moving towards those, being tuned in, looking after yourself. And being willing, choosing. It's a lot about intention. It's about making it your mission, deciding that that's what you're choosing, making it right, or however you do it.
So in that choosing is taking care of oneself.
Yeah.
It's choosing to take care of oneself. So moving when the energy says move.
Yeah, choosing to open, choosing to move towards that may not be comfortable.
To embrace it all.
Yeah. Listening to your heart, but choosing to evolve, choosing to move, choosing to
whatever it takes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the intention within, saying yes.
So what about, so I've been really challenged to have the self-love to really self-care. So speak to that. I'm sure that this is the opening, to open to more love, higher frequency of love. But in the meantime, there seems to be that part of us that wants to pull back. I guess that's what we can call the ego limited self perception. So what's feels like we're at this precipice, I guess, of opening up and closing, the contraction, expansion. So what are the ego pulling back, or whatever words we want to use, but what's like our biggest resistance to going with it?
Habit. There is definitely something, you're right, there is definitely something that holds that, yeah. And I would say it probably is a lot to do with ego, the safety, the need for safety, the want, the training, the all the choices we've made, all the times we've made promises to ourselves or made new rules that keep us safe or don't allow things that help us shut down, keep safe, all that sort of thing. All those things build kind of gnarly, like I'm seeing sort of like gnarly knots in wood. Each time we make we have an intention or we make a choice and we say, I'm not letting that happen again. That's not going to happen again. They need to be undone, and they, that it's like a little stumble that happens each time that you are undoing one of those. The intention has been there that they will be set as a safety knot that cannot be undone again, because when we make those resolutions to ourselves, when we make those choices, even though we might be children when we're making them, or they may have been made in past lives, we're very powerful. And now we're undoing them, and the time is right, and it is fine, but we notice each time we undo one. We feel that, we feel the struggle, we feel the, Deborah talks about the panic attacks of feeling that she's going to go head on into a truck and that's not what she wants, and really they're just hurdles of, a nice big gnarly knot that she's working on. So they are cause for celebration.
I like that perspective. And it seems because we are so powerful that it's drawing on that, our empowered self, to make new choices.
Yes. Yeah. And that's the each opening where the tears come and the everything lines up and it's very emotional, and it's
because of emotions wrapped up in those knots. I guess keeping the knots.
But as we expose ourselves to more of ourselves and more of the essence or the power that be, it's emotional. It goes straight to our hearts, and as we're opening, those spaces are very open. The new parts are they are open, and you feel it. They're sensitive. They're very, they're beautiful and new and clean, and you feel that
vulnerable, innocent,
but strong.
And what about the part of us that wants to protect that innocence, that sensitivity, that vulnerability, or is that just an old habit again?
It is. There's no need for it. There's no need, but that's where we're coming out of that and moving into the new, and there's a knowing that it's fine. It's not, the taunting or the, the scolding or the beating or that's not around anymore. That's not there. That's not real. Not in the new creations we're making. It's not, sure, if you search it out, you can still find things like that. but
it's not necessary.
no.
Yeah. So the choice to go with it, to move forward, and in that really we're choosing to trust ourselves, to trust the unfolding, to trust the, I guess, where we're being drawn magnetically to expand into.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We all have a job we're doing. It's, it's quite deliberate, and it needs to happen now, and it's happening. It takes way more force to not do it. It is naturally happening. It's like puberty or something like that. It's the timing's right. It's happening. It's sure you can drag the chain, and many of us do sometimes, but it's much harder to not go with it than to go with it.
Yeah. Definitely. It's like the floodgates have been open and trying to push the water back in.
Yeah. And we do that.
We try.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
But there's nothing to fear. Yeah.
Just go with the river, go with the flow,
Yeah.
go with the light.
Yeah, follow the joy.
Yeah. Sounds so simple. Doesn't always feel so easy.
It's true. A lot of it is illusion, though,
Yeah. Fascinates me how that illusion can pull us into it, especially when we have access to that knowingness of it being an illusion.
Lots more quiet time, in between the dancing and everything. It's that quiet time that is where we know.